Alright, this is the American Atheist here with your first ever full-length video from me as a YouTuber rather than just a blogger. I'm going to touch on the topic of atheism in the Middle East, which is actually a very important topic in society as a whole today because, as many of you know, the Middle East is a very, very touchy area. I'm probably going to get a lot of comments saying, oh, you're a terrible person, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Whatever. This is an important topic that needs to be discussed. Atheism has now been proven to be the fastest growing, I don't want to say religion because you're not really worshiping anything, you're not following any set beliefs, which is two of the most important keys of religion, and I guess it would be a lack of belief, but is the fastest growing, I'll say religion, I guess, but it's fastest growing in Egypt, one of the most a country that was now just taken over by the Muslim Brotherhood leadership for a whopping, I think, maybe a couple weeks. And people realized that was a bad choice, which is nice to see that people everywhere are starting to realize that letting religion have power in politics is just wrong. I mean, we're starting to allow it in the US now. We're trying to say, hey, you should be allowed, not just be allowed, it should be encouraged in public schools for kids to be, praying and things. If you're paying for the school, then that's fine. I mean, you're using your money, you're choosing where your child goes to school. But once it becomes you're force feeding something that has no scientific evidence, yeah, you can just put the two and two together to get that one. It's just silly to be taking it to a place of education, place for people to learn, and telling them you should believe that this is true and not learn anything else about it. No, I'm sorry, that's no. Just no. Another good point I read thanks to a lovely article, put the link below, as Ray William Johnson would say. Don't like him, by the way. Um, October 27th, an article came out on a website saying it was a Christopher Hitchens dream about the thing going on in Egypt and atheism being on the rise. That is that is just perfect. It's head on for something I think personally Christopher Hitchens would be very happy with. And I love some of Christopher Hitchens' views. If there was a God, if it was the Christian God, if it was the Muslim God, I would not personally. If it was 100% proven that either of those two gods were real, you know what? I would not worship them. Because those gods were not probably the most moral gods I've ever seen. We are, if by Christian definition we are created, we are created in His image, correct? So we are created to rip open rip children out of wombs, throw infants on the ground, and as said in Hosea 13:16. There are plenty of other Bible verses, and to be honest, I personally think I wouldn't do that. I know probably most of you wouldn't. And when you look at some of what society as a whole today holds standard, and compare what we hold as acceptable to what the Bible held as acceptable, there are a lot of things that people today would say, wow, the Bible approved of this. This is probably something I wouldn't approve of now. Society changes. If religion were real, do you think God would let us change our standards to meet something that He approved, to disagree with something He agrees with? I mean, yes, we have supposedly free will, which I completely agree with. We have free will because there's nothing to be free from. Because we just have the ability to do what we like. For example, me flipping off the camera 5 seconds ago. That was completely something I could do. Nobody stopped me. Nope, nobody. But anyway, this is just me ranting about how I personally think if there was if any real major religion Not saying like Buddhism or anything, because honestly, Buddhism's a very peaceful religion. I like some of the beliefs in Buddhism. It's probably the only religion I would follow if I were to follow a religion. But the major religions like Muslim, Judaism, Christianity, there's plenty of other ones. They could almost fall into the same category as major cults due to the fact that they believe certain things that cults would probably find, oh, that's completely normal. I mean, if you see a cult, you automatically think they're strange, they're weird. Even religious people think those are some freaky people. They run around in hoods doing that. But you look at other religions, you look at, any religion really, they almost have identical beliefs, just twisted slightly to sound a little bit nicer. It's almost like, how can I put this in terms that would truly, I don't want to offend anybody who watches certain news networks, and I'm going to just use this as an example because it's probably one of the most biased news networks out there, and yes, you probably know what I'm about to say, Fox News. They like to take facts, twist them to make them work for them. For example, and they won't include other things. It's just like a pastor at a church. He will use the good stuff, the stuff that will make his people say, hey, this is such a great thing. He won't use the things that say, oh, hang on, that's not right. Slavery's not good. We shouldn't be following a God that endorses slavery. Or a Muslim leader who endorses you know, stoning homosexuals, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm. Oh, and by the way, 15 down, 35 to go. Just thought I'd say that. Thank you, Jacqueline, for pointing that out. That was an awesome point. If you haven't noticed, Illinois, as I posted earlier, Illinois legalized gay marriage, and since I said homosexuality, that's something that is really important to me. I have very close friends who are homosexual. My little brother is bisexual. This is something that I hold near and dear to my heart, and I really wish that our whole country would legalize as a whole. As for, the rest of getting back on topic, sorry. I got lost there for a second, went on a tangent. It's just something that really matters to me. Um, Getting back to what I was saying about religion teaching you what you want to hear if you're a religious person, you really should take a second, do what I did. I used to be a really strong believer in religion. I used to be one of the craziest fanatics about Christianity. I used to think, oh my God, Jesus, yeah. I used to go to church every weekend, listen to my church band, play guitar, do all that crap. Then I went, opened up, I don't have it here, because I was reading it earlier, getting some insight into how hypocritical Christianity religion is. But I have a Bible still. I still have it in its case because I feel books should be treated well as a whole. I don't think any book should be treated less than another. Although, yeah. I really think it's just like people. And anyway, if you personally believe in Christianity, Muslim, Islam, Judaism, take a look, read your whole book, see if you agree with everything in that book. See if nothing comes out and says, hey, God went out, murdered a lot of people. I mean, the Christian God, the one I know a lot about, is a douche. He is a douche. And he is probably, if he was real, I wouldn't give him any of my support. I would happily suffer an eternity in hell over supporting a religion that condones stoning people to death, condones many things that modern day society looks down upon and says, this is archaic. This is something we do not need to be doing now in this day and age. And yeah, this is probably the main point I wanted to put out for my first video, is that Christianity is holding science. Christianity and a major portion of religions are holding science back. I mean, people are scared to make scientific discoveries because they're scared of the outlash that Christians and many other religions will make because of what is discovered in science. For example, the multi-universe theory. That would blow anything out of the water. Everything. That would even blow out a majority of, like, even evolution probably would be affected somehow by the multi-universe theory. But it would definitely blow out a majority of religions. And I encourage you, do some research into multi-universe theory. It would blow your mind if it's a true, if it is proven, like 100% proven. It is a great theory. I would love to see more on it. I would love to be it more mainstream, but it's just not. And it's because religion as a whole is holding back science, development, technology, and yet religion likes to use the technology discovered by science to promote their religion. For example, websites on the religion as a whole, that was discovered by science because internet. I'm pretty sure Bill Gates would like some credit and not give all the credit to God for, making the Windows operating system. And, you know, the government would like some credit for the internet, and NASA would like some credit for that too. I mean, just do some research. Think about it. The hypocrisy is unreal in religion and a lot of other things in society in that belief. Just do some research. Read it fully, not what your pastor or person teaches you. Read. Actually fully go into your book and read. If you're a person of religion, I encourage you. Because I really am glad I opened up my eyes and realized that this is so full of shit. Well, this is the Affirmative Atheist here. I'm so glad I got this posted up. I've been trying to get through this all day. I was watching Arsenal here kick Borussia Dortmund's butt. You all can feel free to comment what your favorite football team, football, soccer, same diff, what your favorite team is. Give me some crap for being an Arsenal fan because, frankly, I don't get enough of it on Facebook. Do what you gotta do. Enjoy life. Enjoy, everything that's going on. And you know what, most important of all, have a good day.